back to their days sharing Candlestick Park with the San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. On the away sideline, that's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. His guys have battled back after 2 losses to begin the season, now sitting at 500. Across the field, Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers. His guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Hey, Scott and Brock, you were on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And we're off from Levi Stadium. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
On 4th down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Fair catch made here at the 30. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team first guy he is, to be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Brought down by Fred Warner. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
This is 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this one does not go far.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a fair catch made here at the 17. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Off the play fake, Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Christian McCaffrey, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here's the first carry from Christian McCaffrey. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a 1st down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll signal the fair catch. Brings this one in comfortably right at the midfield stripe. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
From the gun, Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
That's a short gain of 1, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, Seahawks.
Option play. Here's a give to Charbonnet. That's movement to the secondary. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's complete, Mike Evans. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
That's a gain of 7.
Play action now with Purdy.
3rd and 3.
Complete out to the right. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go. And And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Going on first, here's Darnold. That's caught, here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 28-yard line.
Again, left side to Charbonnet. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. 3rd and just 2 to go.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
All set now, 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
Another carry for Charbonnet. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
Nick Bosa on the stop. Brought down back at the 32.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. Space past the 35. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Now up comes the San Francisco offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Line up the design keeper. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
It's a gain of 8.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. Spins out of 1 stop. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. The Seahawks with an early lead. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the 2nd quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. From the gun is Purdy. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The 49ers start to fight back on to this game. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Finds him on the crossing route. He picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's out to the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. Makes a man miss. He's off. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
9 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Charbonnet now up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
And this is 3rd down.
They're running for it with Charbonnet. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Charbonnet. It's a gain of 8. That's good.
New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Seattle.
Zone read here for Charbonnet. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on
This time it's a passing play.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. 8th play to drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is...
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Okay, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that draw.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. On the counter, McCaffrey. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2. Setting him on the dive. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option. Run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Darnold looking to throw. Barner's got it. Complete. And this one doesn't go far. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 3. And this is...
Throwing here, Darnold. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And that's 49ers football.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to it. The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Piniero's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I'll give a little credit to their defense right there, Kate. Sudden change situation. Your offense fumbles. You've got to find a way to hold them to a field goal, and they just did.
He fields it from the 8. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
From the pistol, they're running with Charbonnet. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back now, pressure coming. It's a screen pass. Charbonnet. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. And And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Michael Dixon on the punt. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. On the ground, begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for them from the 31. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Looking to throw. Excellent protection so far. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen.
Our trip around the league starts now. And it kicks off in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Jets in the AFC East. And here's the Jets wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Jets move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 52 yards, touchdown. The Eagles go on to take it. They win by 13. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville. The Jags taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He was a big factor in this one, and he shows you why on this play. The Jaguars find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these 2 teams. 10-7 your score as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. 1st and 10, Darnold. It's caught, Barner. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second and 6 coming up here. Trying the left side with Charbonnet. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. You got to play with sense. So you got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Escapes a defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Purdy gonna look to run. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion.
3rd down and 5.
Purdy out of the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Awareness. Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver, but it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't, and the defense registers a sack.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's trying to push the field. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. 49ers closing in, and down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's down to almost... No, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. And a 49er first down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun is Purdy.
And 7.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Christian McCaffrey, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
The tight end going in motion right. 3rd and goal, Purdy. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. It's a 38-yard look here. Pinheiro's kick is good, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And the Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the well again. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
46-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. Keeps away from one. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Give now to the running back. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Here he goes, third and long. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's a positive, but that's the end of them, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble.
Recovered by the offense.
On now comes their punter. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. Pretty throwing here on first. Jump off caught by his back. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now a give, McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
On third down, Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. Third and a lone yard coming up. Dive play straight ahead. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just pick it up a little bit before they stall him out.
They'll bring out the punter here. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Seahawks offense running out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and long. They're going to throw.
Yards to go.
He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the counter, it's Charbonnet. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
Alfred Collins on the stop.
Darnold. Into traffic, complete. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
And this
He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Darnold. It's a gain of 2. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run. After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks come through to tie it in the 4th. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now he's Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the 49ers on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First down, Purdy to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He's back to throw. He's going for it himself. And that's going to be good for a first down from Purdy as he gives himself up to avoid the hit.
A gain of 10 yards. And the 49ers
First down from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trail by just 1. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
They'll go. It's McCaffrey. It's a race down the right side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
3 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here he is to throw. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
22-yard line.
Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again. You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
He gets 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
16 yards. That's good for the Seahawks.
And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play. Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
3rd down.
That one is caught. Horton has it. And they get the first down. This also moves him into range, Brock, for a potential game-winning field goal. He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
Loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
And he's going to spike it with an even 10 seconds left. 49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. The kick is good. He got it! Through the pouring rain, he wins up the game! So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.